cut off pretty quickly, but I am back. So here we go again. So if you look on the first activity where it says worksheet activity, working with binary. So here's the first problem. And I found that this background works a little better than the white because of the glare. And what they tell us on this first one is that a check mark is a 1 and an X is a 0. So any 0 cards we can just erase. Let's see if I can do this. So this is a 0, so my 16 card goes away. My 4 card goes away. My 2 card goes away. And what am I left with? Well, this is 8 and this is 1. 1, 0, 0, 1, 9. So our first number is 9. How about the second number? Up arrow, down arrow, up arrow. Well, up arrow is a 1, so we'll need the third card. The third card has 4. The second is a down arrow, so we don't need to draw that one. The third card is an up arrow, so we need that one, and that's 1. When I count up the dots, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm at 5. As you look at the next one, sending secret messages. So in this one, you are Santa, you are trapped in a department store and you're trying to figure out how to send a message and you are blinking Christmas lights at someone. Okay, normally people do this by blinking their eyes, but I wasn't going to do that on video. I love you guys. You don't really need to see me. So let's just look at the first one together. So as we still have 5 spots because I've kind of limited it to smaller numbers. I didn't really want to get you guys into the hundreds of thousands. Wait, there's one question on this one, on the worksheet before. Write the month of the day of the month you were born. Write it in binary. And we're going to do mine because I was born on the 29th, and that's a pretty big number, so this one's going to take us a minute. So as I look at the cards, I have 16 and 8 and 4 and 2 and 1. And I have to find a combination of those numbers that's going to get me all the way up to my birthday, 29. Hopefully you guys have smaller numbers, but if not, it's good for you to see how this works. This is where the cards actually come in handy because you can kind of look at them and count. So here's what I'm going to say. 16, I'm going to start with the big numbers and knock those out, right? 16 plus 16, I'm still there, plus 8. 16 plus 8, 24, right? Yeah, 24. So I'm almost there, right? 24. And if I can keep including the next smaller one, I'm going to. So I've used these two. I'm going to use 4. That gets me to 28. And then I don't need the 2, but I do need the 1. 28 plus 1 is 29. That's my birth date. So I would write that as 11101. You could see how this could get really tiresome for bigger numbers, but this is how computers think. They always have to think in numbers like this because we really actually don't have a way of communicating bigger numbers except for doing this. So I'm going to show you very quickly at least one from the Santa Claus example. That way you can see it. Let's see if I can do that quickly. So the first one has just this number selected. That is the 8 card. So as I then look on my sheet, 8 is H. So the first letter is H. That's how that one's working. So I think you're probably okay after that. So let's look at, for the next video, counting higher than 31. I think at this point you can probably complete the next page after that as well, because that one doesn't have any bigger numbers. And we'll read that when we get it. Okay, see you soon.